Hi everyone, so I'm back with another craft with me. I'm still making things for the journal that I'm working on at the moment. I've got two other videos up. I'm just going to quickly show you just in case you haven't seen them. I've got a video on how I made these, and then I've got a video on how I made these pockets. So I'm going to carry on making pockets. I've used an envelope. I haven't made the envelope really usable, I should say, but what I will do is when I'm going to make one for you on screen because I wasn't sure how I was going to do that, so I done one and I'll do another one with you. So I still haven't done anything really to this journal apart from put the pages together. It's got a couple of signatures, so that would go like so, and you could either glue these three sides and then have a top tuck, or you could glue along here, down there, along there, and have a side tuck in your journal. So with these I have used some of ARTYmaze's green collage taster kit, and that's on our Etsy. Then I've used some of my vintage ephemera kit, the postcarders, and then this French piece behind there. I've used ARTYmaze's labels and words from the Build a Cluster, the first one, and that's a freebie. Yeah, so there's two things from me and I think the rest from ARTYmaze. So let's get started. Okay, so that's the image that I have, and that is from my French ephemera kit. I'll put a link to that down below. I just only had that out a day or two. Got my envelope, which I've had to trim down because of the size of the journal that I'm working in. So I've trimmed that down to 7.5 by 4 inches. But if you've got a bigger journal, you don't have to trim it down, or you might just have to chop a bit off the bottom. I've got some scraps left over, and that's gonna go on there. That's from my French ephemera kit, and that's gonna go on there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna glue this and this onto the page, then I'm going to stitch all around, and then I'm just going to do a stitch all the way down the middle of that. Okay, so let's stick that down. I'm going to use some glue stick for that. So I need to think of something else I'm going to add into these journals. This journal, I should say, not these journals. So I'm keeping that a little bit away from the edge because of the stitching that I'm going to do around the edge. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same one here. Just glue that down. This again is another quick and easy project, and we shall put that about there. Maybe, let me see. Yeah, just gonna have a little bit poking out, peeking out, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I'm going to get my sewing machine in. Struggled to do the last video because I've done it in 2 pieces because I went away and thingied, and it told me that I didn't have enough memory, so I had to delete some stuff. I just deleted a couple of apps that I can just pop back on again. So you're not actually going to see me sew this, but you'll hear the sewing machine. And like I said in the last or the first video of this little series, it does make a noise because it's on a glass mat. So I'm just going to sew around as quick as I possibly can. Oh, that thread got caught up there. Trust that to happen when I'm on camera. There we go. You don't have to use an envelope, you could use a piece of cardstock or pattern paper, whatever you want. So that's round the edge. I'm just going to run a stitch down here. that's the noisy bit over with. I do think this machine it definitely needs a service, but it does, the noise does get louder because it is on the glass mat. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep some of it just in case I want it in the journal. Right, I've got my butterfly, I've got a word, I've got that. I'm kind of going with the same flow as all of this, that kind of thing. Right, so we got that, which I said is from my French ephemera kit, and that's gonna go on there like so. Pardon me, I'm gonna use some wet glue. I don't know if it was my husband or one of my sons when I was talking about glue, and I said, oh, I need some wet glue, and they went, all glue's wet. I was like, it's not, because that's not wet, is it? It's sticky, but it's not wet. Didn't get the concept of that. So that's gonna go on there. So I'll set that one there. So I don't want it to look identical. Obviously, it's not gonna, because all the papers are different. But the way I've added like the like this and the butterfly and the word, I'll use Serenity on that one. I've got a little piece of crochet to trim, so I'm just gonna glue that on. I'm not gonna fiddle around sewing that on. Life's too short because it's only Diddy. It's only little. Okay. State of my hands. Right, cheesecloth. We want a little bit of cheesecloth for this. For the butterfly. Now, shall we do the butterfly this side? Maybe. And that can go there. I don't want to cover that stamp up. Whoops. And I could maybe go there. Just easy peasy stuff. Okay, I will glue that on. Like so. And got the cheesecloth there. And blob of glue. And I don't want it hanging over too much. Don't mind it a little bit. Actually, it's not actually doing much. It's not hanging over too much. Right. Just gonna, no, I don't like that. So I'm just gonna pop it there. I done my nails the other day and you wouldn't like, ugh. I don't know why I bother. Because I craft too much. So there we go, quick and easy. And like I said, that can go in a journal like that, side pocket by gluing there, there and there, or a top tuck gluing there, there and there. So that is that. How easy is that? How quick is that? So, you know, and you don't need a lot of supplies, you don't need a lot of time, and just use what you have to hand. You don't have to go out buying expensive things, and you know, or you don't have to buy like any of the stuff that I've got. Do you know what I mean? Just use what you have. So I will link the other two videos. They will be on the screen at the end of this video. You can click on them and see them. If you have any questions, just ask, and thanks for watching. Bye.